It's 18 minutes past 6. This is West Yorkshire Sport Daily on BBC Radio Leeds. I'm Catherine Hanna. Cape Town, Stockholm, Abu Dhabi, Gold Coast and now Leeds. This weekend, one of the most prestigious events in World Triathlon comes to Leeds for the very first time. The ITU World Series being hosted in the city with reigning champion in the Olympics, Ali Brownlee, going up against silver medalist Javier Gomez and former world champion and Olympic bronze medalist and his brother, of course, Johnny Brownlee, all competing. The last time the Brownlees will compete on home soil before the Rio Olympics, and Johnny says it's great how the city is really getting behind the event.
It's been strange seeing the banners around everywhere. I don't come to the city centre that much, but when I do, to see the town hall, there's a 12-foot picture of me. The first reaction is, of course, I could have smiled, and looking a bit stern on it. But it is incredible. Sometimes we go to World Series and you feel sometimes you're in the way a little bit. There's a lot of inconvenience caused for the people, and the triathlon's not, in the way of the city, the normal run of the city. But in Leeds, it's completely different. It's as if the whole city's embraced the World Series, and everyone wants it to be there. And it's incredibly exciting. The city's really got behind it. And when all the other athletes come and get dropped into Leeds, it's going to be like, wow, what's going on here? And hopefully lots of people will come out to support it as well. But yeah, it is, like I say, very exciting.
Great stuff from Johnny Brownlee. They're obviously really looking forward to the event coming to their home city. Here in the studio with me tonight to tell us a bit more about the growth of triathlon and why this weekend is such a big deal. We have Pauline Hogg and Tom Pratt from the Leeds and Bradford Triathlon Club. Also Francis Riley, who's chair of Triathlon England for the Yorkshire region. Hello to all of you. Thank you for coming in. Francis, first of all, just explain to us how big a deal it is to have the World Series come to Leeds.
It's exceptional, and it's exceptional for Yorkshire in particular because it's an event that people don't automatically associate with the city. We're very grateful for the support, obviously, of Columbia Threadneedle and in particular Leeds City Council. And on the back of the World Triathlon Series, what's happening is that the ordinary people of Yorkshire can really get behind it and really get involved. So all around, it's a fantastic thing for the city in particular.
And these are the world's best triathletes. They are the elite, and they are coming to Leeds, and people can get up close and personal and watch them do their stuff. I mean, Pauline, just how much do you think the influence of the Brownlees being from this area was in the World Series going, yeah, you know what, we'll go to Leeds and we'll stage it there?
I think it's been a fantastic influence on our club and on the people in Leeds, and I think on the back of the Tour de France coming to Yorkshire as well, the sport, cycling, getting out there, open water swimming, triathlon has just boomed in the last few years. And so as soon as we knew it was going to be held in Leeds, we were straight away, everybody in the club was, we're going to enter, we're going to get a team sort of race and people involved. So it was very much a case of the excitement that's brought within the club. Our friends, our families, everybody's got behind us, and everybody's really excited about it.
And what generally, Tom, was the reaction from members when that announcement was made that the World Series was coming to Leeds?
There was quite a lot of excitement, because I remember waking up in the morning. There had been some rumours that it might be coming, but you hadn't heard anything official. And then when we did get the news, we woke up one morning and we were looking after the Twitter account, and you just saw messages going out, and it just went crazy. And there was a lot of excitement on the Facebook group as well, and people were counting down from straight away as soon as it was announced, and wondering what the route's going to be and the influence of the Brownies on picking the route as well.
What do you actually make of the route now that you've had an opportunity to look at it? And we are going to post that up on our Facebook page so you can see exactly where you can go and watch, and you can see things over the course of the weekend at facebook.com/BBC Radio Leeds. As people who know a bit more about triathlon, I mean, what do you think of the route, Tom? Is it a good choice? It's
slightly tricky because it's one of its, we call it split transitions. So the swim is in one place and then the bike ends in a different one. So you've got your gear in for the run in a slightly different place. But it looks a challenging route, and you would expect with the Brownies putting that together that there's going to be some hills, there's going to be some sharp turns and technical skills on the bike. And I think what everyone's looking forward to is the run. So the laps in the city centre with lots of people around. So it's it's a good route. I think we're looking forward to it. Just
to reiterate then where exactly it is, the swim element in Roundhay Park in the Waterloo Lake, and then switching to bikes, that's a 41.5 kilometre ride going through Roundhay, Moortown, Meanwood, Wheatwood, Headingley and Woodhouse. And then as Tom was saying there, the final stretch and the running is right around the city centre, so you'll be able to see everything in action. You're actually involved with all of this from a point of view of doing it. So, Pauline, how are you feeling about having a crack at this on Sunday?
It's really exciting to do this. I've been involved in triathlon for a few years now, and you tend to go away to different places and race on roads that you wouldn't normally be driving on or commuting through and things. So the thought of closing our local roads that I grew up on and being able to race without any traffic with people that and bystanders cheering you on is just fantastic.
Because to reiterate, Francis, this is something that, yes, you can see the elite athletes doing their stuff in the men's and women's elite races on Sunday afternoon, but there are 5,000 triathletes going to be involved with this and having a crack at the course. So just how important is it that it's not just the elite people, it's an opportunity for ordinary people to have a go at it?
It's more than an opportunity for the people that are involved in the triathlon community. There's been a lot of activities over the last few weeks, and I've been involved in delivering some of those. So I'm really excited about the ideas for attracting absolute beginners to the sport, and we'll see from tomorrow morning those that want to see the elite, tomorrow morning the aquathon. That'll be something special. But throughout the day tomorrow, there'll be Go Try events for people that are real, absolute novices. And if we can make it attractive for that type of person, we can make it attractive for everybody. The idea is triathlon is available for all. And that's what we'll see tomorrow. And that's what's genuinely exciting as an add-on.
What are the main questions you get asked then from absolute novices? I think from my perspective, it would be conquering that open water fear. Is that something that crops up quite regularly when you're talking to people?
Yes, it is. There's an anxiety about novices in the first experience of open water swimming. And the advice that we give is a very simple. It's almost a mantra, and that's breathe. And,
that helps, definitely.
And continue to breathe. Just keep... it's all about exhalation. So and once you get that message across, then it becomes... the first reaction is everybody laughs. But it's anxiety that causes you to hold your breath. So from the experience last Thursday, when it was the second of the Go Try novices, and they were... of the 26... people that were there, 18 of them were female, all of them were novices, complete novices that had never done it before, and they were buzzing at the end of the night and confident they would at least finish.
It must have been an amazing sense of achievement to get past that kind of mental hurdle of, I'm about to step into a lake, what's going on? Yeah. I mean, for you guys who do triathlons, I mean, how was it for you the first time that you actually took the plunge and went for the full 3 elements of doing a triathlon?
I never knew how much of a swimming pool I drank until I got into open water.
Okay.
The taste is slightly different, and I soon learnt to close my mouth whilst I was swimming. But I think I'd come from a background where somebody bet me a few years ago that I couldn't run the Great North Run, and so generally I'd sort of gone into running a little bit and things. And I used to like going out on my bike, on mountain bikes, and I used to sort of take myself off to the pool. And somebody suggested to me, why don't you try a triathlon? And I thought, well, conquering the open water is a big thing for me. So I joined the club, and the majority of our club members do join us for the open water swimming facility that we do have at Otley. The camaraderie that has become, because we all get in the water together. It's all sometimes a little bit nippy at this time of year.
Yeah.
But it's going to be warm tomorrow, we hear. But it's a really great feeling to put the whole thing together, and it becomes 3 sports. It becomes a real leveler for people. So you see people who are great at some of the sports and not so good at others, and you see people overtaking each other across the way. So it's a 4 discipline sport in terms of it's a swim, it's a bike, and it's a run, but also it's the ability to swap and change between those 3 disciplines as well. So it makes it a real all-encompassing kind of event.
Tom, what was it that got you into triathlon? We've heard from Pauline it was sheer stubbornness by the sounds of things and refusing to renege on a bet. What was your inspiration
mine, I think,
for
was
it?
Alcohol. So I was getting drunker
for many things.
So I was similar, that someone had asked me to do a triathlon, and had a few drinks and thought, yeah, why not? And then woke up the next morning and thought, I can't swim. So my first triathlon was head out the water, breaststroke, and I think I came 121st out of 123 people.
That's still pretty good going.
I beat 2 old ladies after overtaking them on the run, I think. But yeah, it's slowly building. The reason I joined the club was to improve my swimming, because later on I had a few drinks again, and then committed myself to do a long distance triathlon.
Right.
And was told you have to learn to swim now. So I joined the triathlon club to learn how to swim, but also to get to know other triathletes in the area, because you want to be training in groups and have those people that you can train with. Because it's when you're in a club, it doesn't feel quite so abnormal, but when you're in work and you're talking about triathlons, and you tend to get those looks of, what are you doing that for?
It really does seem to be a sport that has grown massively over the last 10 years even. You hear the Brownlees talking, and they say, a decade ago it would have been unthinkable that such a prestigious event would actually come to Leeds, let alone so many people want to take part in it. Why do you think, Francis, it has grown in popularity so much?
Well, I think some of it, a lot of sports are fashionable, and we have to accept that triathlon is fashionable. But also as well is that there's something genuinely exciting about the sport. There's something challenging about the sport. And because of the various distances, you can enter triathlon from a sprint distance through to an Ironman distance. So it appeals to a wide range of people. But I think that the main attraction is that people that can afford it, the people that have the disposable income, they like to do something. Blokes in particular like the bikes. That's the real thing.
And go and show off a bit, and then you end up with 1 million bikes, and they're all piled up in the garage, causing arguments with the other half, quite possibly. It is going to be a brilliant weekend for Leeds and for everybody involved with triathlon. As you say, though, the key is to attract novices, to attract new people that have maybe tried it and not really taken it any further. So tomorrow particularly is probably the day for them. If people want to find out a bit more information, Pauline, about Leeds and Bradford Triathlon Club, or how they can get involved over the course of this weekend, what would you suggest?
Sure. Well, first of all, we're going to have a gazebo at the Expo at Roundhay Park tomorrow.
Yep.
We'll be there all day, so there'll be people from our club all with our kit on, so people can spot us and come and talk to us. We do have a website, so I'd refer people to lbt.org.uk. So come and have a look at that. We're also on Facebook and on Twitter. But by all means, as Francis says, the Go Try organisation is run by the British Triathlon organisation is very much a place to go and have a look at their website as well, about where you can pop along and have a go. You can do splash and dashes, so a swim and a run. You can do duathlons, which is a bike and a run, or you can do a full triathlon, and it's all geared up for novices who really just want to literally dip a toe in the water. Well,
thank you ever so much, all three of you, for coming in. I know you're going to be really busy across the course of the weekend, so enjoy it, and I'm sure lots of people will be heading your way. Good luck competing as well. Good luck marshalling, Francis, and keeping everybody in order. And thank you ever so much for coming in for a chat. Tom, Pauline and Francis, Leeds and Bradford Triathlon Club, obviously Francis as well, involved with the Triathlon England group. As they said, there are loads of different ways you can get in touch, but if you are going along and having a watch of how things are going over the course of the weekend, go and find them in Roundhay Park. Thank you ever so much for coming in. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. West Yorkshire Sport Daily on BBC Radio.